you're not a great coach if you don't have a fire that burns within. To me, that's the common trait amongst all really good coaches. And you have a passion and a fire for your sport and for teaching and for winning. You're a competitor. And, you have to try your hard to channel it the right way. And I think it's also, again, it goes back to understanding what your team needs. If you're in a big game and the environment's going crazy and you're on the road and you're playing a team maybe you shouldn't, you're not supposed to beat, or your team needs to see that calm, poised, stoic demeanor out of its leader, that everything's going to be okay. We're supposed to be doing this. We're supposed to win. There might be other games where you don't sense any energy out of your team. You sense a sluggishness. And there's times when you got to be a little bit of a cheerleader, and you gotta jump up and down, and you gotta be the rah guy. And I think finding that fine line. I think it's like anything. If you're one way all the time, it's going to lose its luster. If you're incredibly negative, if you're incredibly, always emotional, always jumping around, I think that can have a negative effect. Same thing too with someone who never shows a pulse. I just think you have to understand what your team needs. You need to always do it in a positive manner. But in times of high pressure, when things are tough, I'm a big believer that you got to be strong, and you can't let your team see weakness. If they look over on the sideline and they see their coach yelling about calls or, rattled about what's going on the floor, there's no question in my mind it has a negative effect on how those young men play on the floor.